It is ironical that in a country where every politician and every political party, I repeat once again, has played with fire, has justified terror or terrorists in some form, or has mollycoddled with people who do, we should be debating once again why political parties are allowing with their approach to let terrorists become more audacious. But that's a fact, so we'll debate it. But before I go across to Naresh Gujral, Meenakshi Lekhi, Subramanian Swamy, Mehboob Beg of the National Conference, Abid Rasool, Vicky Nanjappa, correspondent of Rediff.com, General Bakshi and Aslam Ghoni. My first question tonight is to Abid Rasool. Because, Mr. Abid Rasool, it is shameful, it is condemnable, it is outrageous, it is unacceptable to the point that disciplinary action should be taken by the Congress party against Shakil Ahmed for making a mockery, for making an absolute mockery of the suffering of people in Bangalore and exposing in the process the way in which some politicians have politicized terror. I mean, how can somebody say, oh, the blast took place outside the BJP office, so BJP will get some political mileage out of it? What a shameful comment to make, Mr. Rasool. What are the adjectives you would use to describe the comment?
Arnab, first of all, I would like to condemn the blast and send our prayers to the injured and pray for the recovery. And the fact and the point what you're talking is about a tweet that Mr. Shakil Ahmed has tweeted, and he has also come out openly and said that it was in his personal capacity.
What do you mean personal capacity? Is the Congress party spokesperson?
No, the party. Now,
what do you mean personal capacity?
There are ways at looking at it. If it is to politicize, there are different versions. Like BJP also has tried to politicize it by saying that the blast happened in their headquarters, but the fact was it was outside the headquarters. So at this stage, at this juncture, I don't think it is right for me also to speak in this language, to also put blame on anybody.
What do you mean by personal capacity? For God's sake, Mr. Abid Rasool, what are you saying personal capacity?
Personal capacity is what personally he wanted to say, he has said. And then after that, our party stand was very clear that we do not subscribe to terror of any kind, and we will not link it to any political party, and we do not give any color to the terror. We treat terror as a terrorist.
No, I want to deal with the subject.
We have been saying this on your channel time and again.
No, you can't say terror, everything is terror, and at the end of the day, all you do is try and distance yourself from the outrageous, shameful comments made by Shakil Ahmed. It reflects a nonchalant attitude that you have towards the politicization of terrorism. Meenakshi Lekhi is coming out with the first contradiction. Meenakshi, please. Meenakshi, please.
Mr. Abid Rasool may have a point of view, but I think I see a deeper politics and some sort of yes from the Congress headquarters, because it was not just Mr. Shakil Ahmed who tweeted about it, but there's another gentleman called Mr. Beg, who's from Bangalore. He made a similar kind of statement, in fact worse than that, on another channel during this evening. And I was very, very surprised that two people from Congress were present. One was giving the official version and other was giving this version. So somewhere communities need to be divided, people need to be polarized. This is the strategy Congress is working at, and it is in this context the tweet, the message, and no reprimand needs to be seen. And especially I'm purposely naming the two gentlemen, and today's time and age, everything you speak is all recorded. Mr. Beg had to speak is recorded on a channel, and I would request Mr. Abid Rasool to go back and check that up and have, either he undertakes that he will initiate action against these two gentlemen, because there is nothing called personal, because you are holding an official position.
What it reflects, Mr. Abid Rasool, what it reflects.
Can I just make a statement? Arnab, can I make one short statement? It reflects that you are politicizing a debate on terror, and you are actually dividing people on the communal lines and on religious lines, which is wrong and harmful to the country. We are one nation, one people, and we need to fight against terror, not because of one religion or the other religion.
But it's been completely exposed.
Because we cannot stay as a country.
It's been completely exposed. I am not saying the BJP has not politicized terror. I'll come to that later. Meenakshi, I have to square off with you on some positions your party has taken. But Mr. Abid Rasool, distancing yourself from the comment will not help. I give you one more opportunity, on national television you want to go further.
Yeah.
Whether you want to go further.
I would like to say this, Anna. Now I would like to say that the point and the official version is clear. Mr. Janardhan Dwivedi, who is our chief spokesperson, has been very categorical, and our home minister has been categorical that we do not subscribe to attributing terror to any particular community or any particular party. Yes. Now what Mr. Shakeel Ahmed has said, it is, no, let me complete. What
Subramanian
Mr.
Swamy,
Shakeel
are you
Ahmed has
satisfied?
said, it is in personal capacity, and the party has taken cognizance of the same.
There's no personal capacity as a spokesperson of the party.
It is a reckless statement.
No, Meenakshi ji, let us today, Meenakshi ji, today is not the time. Meenakshi ji, it is not the time for us to fight over it.
Sir,
let us talk something concrete where we can have.
I would not want to. I would not want to.
Last time,
in fact, I think there should be an anti-terror policy.
Yes, give me. Last time when there was a blast in Hyderabad, you went hammer and tongs against me saying there was an alert. Today there was an alert in Bangalore. Should I come back and tell you what are you doing there? It's your government there. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing, because today I would like to talk something concrete, not just contribute to a
I first want to get it Subramanian Swamy. Subramanian Swamy on the attempt of the Congress Party spokesperson to distance himself from the comment made by Shakeel Ahmed earlier today. Subramanian Swamy, please.
Well, you see, the spokesman here for the Congress just said that we don't believe in any religious color for terrorism, but his leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, told the American ambassador that Hindu terror is more dangerous than Islamic terror or the elite terror, and that has not been denied. The issue today is this utter confusion, how to deal with terrorism. Every month we have an incident. You see, today, 2 days ago, there was an incident in in Boston. And what did we find? We found the President of the United States coming 3 times on television and giving an update and saying, speaking about his resolve.
Yeah.
Today, not a single government leader came on television to say that what has happened is terrible and we will do something about it. We lack a deterrent policy. We are totally confused on Pakistan, which is the incubator of this terrorism. So all we are doing is commentary and nothing more.
Completely agree. Let's get all views in. Let's get all views in. 1 minute. Let's get all views in. Let's get all views in. I'm going across to Mehboob Beg of the National Conference.
You should also realize
Mr. Abid Rasool, Mr. Rasool, the fact is, please understand, right on top of Newshour tonight, I have said every political party, including yours, but not excluding others, has done politics. And don't say, Mr. Rasool, let's not discuss it. We must discuss it. You don't want to discuss it, you want to put it under the carpet, you want to only use it for political advantage, that will not do. Like the National Conference, which has used the hanging of Afzal Guru, an act of a state and a judicial system's response against terror. It has politicized it. Mr. Mehboob Beg and Mr. Aslam Ghani will accept tonight the inconsistency in the positions of the National Conference. And its attempts to politicize Afzal Guru are one of the reasons why political parties appear confused. This is why terrorists become more audacious. Mehboob Beg and Aslam Ghani, your response, please.
Arnab, give me a minute, please. When you talk about Afzal Guru, yes, we are very clear about it. It has political repercussions. And Government of India should have heard what elected Chief Minister told them very categorically. It's a different story that Umar Abdullah has been successful administratively and politically in handling that. What we said was the arbitrary and discriminatory stand on the part of Government of India.
You are looking at it through a political lens.
Well, no, just hang on, please. Everybody is doing it. We are political people. We have to look politically.
What
Even
about
BJP,
national interest?
Says, yes, there is nothing personal.
What about
just
national interest, not political interest? What about national interest, sir?
That's paramount. That's paramount. You must ask even BJP to say the same. They attack Congress, that's all right. There is nothing personal about it. But their philosophy, their ideology, their commitment is based on this, to divide the nation on the basis of religion. That's what BJP has been doing all along and all through.
Sir, please understand.
For heaven's sake, nobody is talking about the nation.
Please, sir, you are aware. I'm sorry to have to say this.
What is my philosophy? I'm sorry. Can I just interrupt and
device you?
I'm sorry.
Your philosophy
I'm
is
sorry.
well
You have
known.
no business to make
Meenakshi,
such
your
accusations.
philosophy is
Have you
well
read?
known.
Have you read the oath?
Your
Have you
philosophy
read
is
the
well
oath of
known
your
to
own
divide
office?
this
And have you
country
read
on the
BJP's
basis
oath?
of religion.
We
On the basis of
are
religion.
one for
When
the
you talk
national
about Sikh
integrity.
massacre, you forget
What
about
are you talking?
Muslim massacre
If
of
I
2002. That's what
I'm
you have
sorry.
been doing.
Who
You are
talks
trying to divide this country.
What are you
Trying to
talking?
make
What?
this
I'm
country a
sorry.
theocratic
I'm sorry.
state,
Which Muslim
like
massacre?
Jinnah
Which
did.
Muslim massacre are you talking about? Which Muslim massacre? Let's sort this out.
2002 massacre.
2002 was not a Muslim massacre. Gentlemen, you better know your facts right. 34% Hindus died in a state which has 9.8% Muslim population. So don't
Yes,
lie.
anti-minority
Don't lie.
massacre,
Don't
whether it
try
was
to
Sikh
hide the
massacre or
aggression.
Muslim massacre.
It was
Meenakshi,
not a
that's
massacre.
what you
The
have been
massacre
doing.
of Hindu,
That is
massacre of
BJP's
Kashmiri
philosophy.
Hindus is
That
what you people have
philosophy
indulged in.
BJP's
So don't talk.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. 1 minute, Meenakshi. The problem is. The problem is.
You have no policy
The
to
problem is.
rehabilitate Kashmiri
Allow me.
people.
This is the problem.
Gandhi saw
1 minute. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is the
Gandhi-
Mr. Beg. Mr.
Gandhi-
Beg.
Gandhian
1 minute,
philosophy is
Meenakshi,
what
please.
BJP believes
No,
in.
1 minute, Meenakshi.
You don't know anything.
Meenakshi,
Your facts are wrong.
Mr. Beg and Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 minute, please. You see, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Mr. Beg,
This is the
Mr.
problem.
Beg, better read up. I think you are low.
I
You
am
are low on your
I know
GK.
it, Meenakshi, I know BJPs and RSS.
Yeah,
You know
please,
it by saying it 1,000 times. It does not become the
like
truth.
what Jinnah did for Pakistan.
I am so upset. But you
I
know,
believe in the constitution of this country.
one second. I'm saying this today to you, gentlemen.
No,
1
that
minute,
will
please.
not work in a secular state like India.
Please, let me say this today. 1 minute, Meenakshi, 1 minute. 1 minute, Meenakshi, 1 minute. Today it is the BJP office outside which there's been a blast. Tomorrow it can be any political party office. It can be any politician's office. You know, today it is innocent people who have got killed. Tomorrow it can be politicians' families, anybody who can get killed. Today the kind of blasts that are happening, and I want to say with all sincerity, look at it. Miss General G.D. Bakshi, they are not taking high-profile targets. They are not attacking some space research organization or some nuclear plant or a defense academy. They are going in for anywhere, anytime terrorism. Anywhere, anytime. Which is the going of a Chinese proverb, kill one person, frighten 10,000. And these political parties are not showing the unity that they should today. Including the Akali Dal. I'll come to the Akali Dal later, but yes, General Bakshi. Yeah, General Bakshi.
Arnab, may I kindly put the problem in perspective? Since 1980, when the ISI started sponsoring terrorism in the Punjab, over 62,400 Indian citizens have been slaughtered by ISI-sponsored terrorism. No self-respecting nation, I repeat, no self-respecting nation would have taken this kind of a slaughter of its citizenry lying down. The unfortunate problem is that these political gentlemen of ours have not been able to generate a non-partisan consensus.
That's
they
the point.
have not been able to generate the will to fight this problem and to raise costs for Pakistan and for its sponsoring agency, the ISI. When will that happen? How many more citizens will we have to lose? It is a feudal attitude, a callous attitude that doesn't care for the lives of ordinary Indian citizens.
And there is zero consistency.
Lives of the Zulu category people matter.
There's zero consistency.
And I would like to
zero consistency. And now the next question is to Naresh Gujral. Zero consistency. Why am I saying that? Because on the one side today you're clamoring for mercy for Bhullar, a terrorist, a killer, a convicted terrorist. 2009, the Punjab government tells the Supreme Court that the terrorist Bhullar is quote-unquote a hardcore and experienced criminal. Today you are in power, so you say, no, he's not a hardcore and experienced criminal. He's just having some mental problems. Look at what you're saying, Naresh Gujral.
We are not saying that at all.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Hear me out then. Give me a chance. No, that's what you are saying.
That's what you're saying, sir.
Our party is saying that you cannot punish a man twice over. You've kept him behind bars for 18 years. He is mentally imbalanced today. And now you want to hang him. More so when there is a widespread belief that there was miscarriage of justice. Even a former Supreme Court judge has said...
No, widespread belief among whom? Widespread belief among whom? The lawmakers, the law... No, 1 second. 1 second, of political parties.
Even a former Supreme Court judge has said that he should not have been given capital punishment.
Sir, please don't choose selectively.
Because three of the
don't
court
choose selectively. Don't choose selectively. Sir, you are choosing selectively.
No,
the Supreme Court rejected... No, sir, you did. Because Supreme Court rejected Bullard's mercy plea. 1 second. You showed complete disregard for the law, not you as in your political party, by saying, quote, instead of legal and technical grounds, the sentiments of the community and humanity should have been taken into consideration. You say sentiments. You are playing on sentiments and emotion.
We are saying that not at all. We are saying that he must be punished for what he did. But don't punish the man twice over.
You are bringing sentiments.
You have kept him behind bars for 18 years.
Sir, you are saying sentiments.
This is not sentiment.
Sir, I'm sorry.
This is not the law of the land that you punish the man twice over.
Mr. Gujral, while you may say you are not politicizing terror, and hence let me remind you that the Supreme Court observed in March 2012, in a politically volatile case of Balwant Singh Rajwana, the Supreme Court said, and tell me if I am wrong, that the Rajwana clemency plea was a drama enacted by your government.
Well, that's for them to believe, but that's not the ground reality.
Well, you are emotionally exploiting cases. You are emotionally exploiting cases.
We know that this will it would have set Punjab on fire.
Sir, come on,
and
sir.
Punjab has suffered for a decade in the 80s.
Exactly
we don't
what
want
the
that
National
being
Conference
repeated.
says. That's exactly what the National Conference says in another context. Aslam Ghani, isn't that exactly what you say in another context? So
Arnab, I'm sorry, the way you are putting the things, I am not even able to understand what is the subject of the debate.
The subject of debate is the politicization of terror.
No, please let me speak, Arnab, please. Politicization of terror, I told you in my last participating in your debate, I told you that it's all politics. Today, 16 people are injured, and those poor people who are just, must have been going to their jobs. And again, you are providing a platform to these people.
Which people?
To get themselves project to the politicians, to the people who are trying to drive benefit out of all this. I'm telling you, please, no, I'm not talking as a political person.
Today, because you are not representing National Conference, you're saying this. Let me remind you of the position that you have taken when you were with the National Conference. You have conveniently changed your position today.
Arnab, please, if you want to throw things on me, that's a different thing. If you want to listen to me, please listen to me with little patience. I have told you a little earlier also what I told you, what I'm telling you today. I am telling you today even this thing, that kindly do a positive exercise and try to find the people who are responsible for this. You don't know what is happening in your country. You absolutely do not try to understand. You want to make every one of us, you want to make people believe. You want to make people believe what is not the reality.
No, what is not the reality? One second. Mr. Aslam Ghani. Mr. Aslam Ghani, allow me. Mr. Aslam Ghani, 1 minute, please. Now we will have to argue on fact. Because you are making some sweeping generalizations. So let me bring you down to fact.
Yes.
Let me bring you down to fact.
Yes, please, come on.
Not once.
Yes.
When Omar Abdullah said, media should not hang anyone prematurely and allow the legal course to take its own course, and went on to say that Afzal Guru is 29th in the list of condemned prisoners. Why were you silent then? Because you were with the National Conference.
No, what are you saying? Why are you?
I am asking you on fact.
Person into it.
I am asking you on fact.
Why are you? Yes, that's a fact.
So you admit on national television you took a convenient position because you were with a political party then?
That is a no. I am telling you that's a fact. that Afzal Guru was in a row far away from
Come
the
on,
people
sir.
who were earlier
So what happened to the row? It disappeared?
It's a fact.
It disappeared overnight.
No, please tell me, can there would have been more gruesome...
Mr. Aslam Ghani, I don't think you are on strong ground, sir.
Rajiv Gandhi being murdered as back as in 1991.
It's
you
not.
don't have a word to speak about it, why his killers are not being executed.
Please, sir, please don't get...
Why his killers are not being executed?
You are getting...
Kindly.
Yeah,
Arnab, listen.
Sir, don't
we
get...
shall not have double speak.
Sir, there is...
I am not a person who goes into double speak.
Sir, Mr. Aslam Ghani, I am now going across to Vicky Nanjappa. Vicky Nanjappa.
No, listen.
Okay, GD Bakshi is responding. 1 second, sir. Let's now open up the debate. We have half an hour left for the debate. GD Bakshi is countering you. GD Bakshi, please. GD Bakshi. Listen to the other side.
You were coming on facts to me. Now come on facts. Let us be on facts.
Afzal Guru attacked the Indian Parliament, which is also the Parliament of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And we had the spectacle of the Chief Minister himself trying to incite the people in the Assembly to go on a mass rampage. I think it's about time we called a halt to all this. The unfortunate problem is that action against terrorists is being equated to actions against a particular community. That is what is the problem.
It's a sheer exploitation.
Sir, come on.
I think this is just...
Sir, I think we need to... I think the problem is...
Mr. Afzal Beg, I think you should kindly listen to the other side. I don't think you have a monopoly on just raising your voice.
The people who do not want to admit the fact.
Vicky Nanjappa, I'm opening up. 1 second. Vicky Nanjappa, my question to you before I go back to Subramanian. 1 minute. Mr. Ghani, don't get emotionally surcharged. I'm only questioning you on fact. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Please don't, sir. Don't let emotion come in the way. My question to Vicky Nanjappa is this. Vicky, is there any doubt? Vicky, do terror groups, from your vast experience of reporting on terror groups, can you answer whether terror groups feel that sometimes they can take the camouflage or the support of politicians and political parties to put a veneer over their actions? Do they exploit this political confusion or not?
They do definitely exploit the political confusion because, you know, if you notice the Bangalore blast, I mean, it's about 6 to 7 hours old, and the issue is about some person's tweet. Nobody's on the investigation. So what is happening is, you know, the officials or the ministers or the politicians who should be, you know, on the job, sitting and, you know, discussing with the police, if they are going to get into politicking, then, you know, we're going to lose a lot of time in investigation. And what has always happened is, due to failure in investigation, due to no possible proper arrest and hardly a 0% kind of conviction rate in Indian Mujahideen related cases, I mean, there's no deterrent for them to come and, you know, strike again. They know that, you know, very well, if it was a bomb which was planted outside the BJP office, there would be this kind of political confusion. Is BJP trying to gain mileage, or is Congress trying to gain mileage? So it works as a perfect platform for them, and they do it each and every time. They know that half the time it is all about blame game.
Precisely.
Because I'm telling you, the boys who were caught in the Hyderabad blast very, very clearly say there is no will by the police.
Yeah.
There is no will by the establishment. So that gives us a free hand.
That's true. That's the point. And Dr. Swamy, the fact is also, perhaps they also feel that the state will not act strongly, that the laws may exist but the political will is lacking.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you see, you go back to the first major terrorist event in our country, which is in 1989, when the National Conference in Kashmir abetted 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits to be driven out of the state of Kashmir, who are now largely living in refugee camp in their own country. Now, everybody has forgotten about that. Unless you retaliate for terrorist act, you will not get any control. This will go on happening every day. We are getting used to terrorist acts now. We debate it for a day and then it's forgotten. We have to hold people accountable, and you have to make politicians explain what is the retaliation that they are going to do. There are ways of doing it. You have to have a policy which is called a deterrent policy. What is the deterrence? when 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits are being driven out in a country which is supposed to be 83% Hindu, it is shocking that nobody even talks about it. So how do you expect anybody to be excited about doing anything on terrorism?
Specify. No, one second. Specify. No, specify and I'll get a response. Specify what kind of sweeping action do you want? When they carry out sweeping action, the BJP, I'm not saying you're a member of the BJP, but the people who complain the most about Asim.
If your defense minister says that there are 53 camps which are training terrorists in what is called the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, we should go and bomb it. Why aren't we bombing it when it's after all Pakistan occupied Kashmir is Indian territory? We can bomb our own territory. There cannot be any international consequence of that. But we don't do it.
You are taking it too far.
The moment something happens, there are 2 days of bewailing, and then after that we start talking with the very sponsors of terrorists. What is Pakistan today?
Mehboob Beg.
What is happening? Do you know what is happening in the
Mehboob Beg is
today?
responding. Mehboob Beg is responding to you. Mehboob Beg of the National Conference. Go ahead.
Arnab, this is shocking, and to hear it from a person like Dr. Subramanian Swamy. He says they are our people, so therefore we should bombard them, we should kill them and assassinate them. That's what he wants us to do.
I said it's our territory. Please pay attention to what I said.
Unfortunate, number one. Number two, he is distorting the fact. It was not National Conference who was responsible for...
You watched 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits being driven from their own homeland.
Had to flee Kashmir Valley. It was not only Pandits, even Kashmiri Muslims. And do you know who were the targets of militants? National Conference workers. It was not you, General Bakshi. It were National Conference workers, and they died. Hundreds of them died while fighting terrorism and while fighting militants. That's very unfortunate. Because you can very easily blame National Conference, who has been responsible for the national integration all along and all through. Who has been responsible.
Yes, General Bakshi.
You please remind.
May I just remind you that 5,500 Indian soldiers died in that action.
You better remind them.
All right, may I come in? Arnab, I'd like to state...
Well, you take back the 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits.
When you try to equate action against terrorists with actions against a particular community, that is where the worst form of politicization of terror occurs. You equate actions against terrorists with actions against a community per se.
I'm sorry, General Bakshi.
That has been the problem.
General Bakshi, don't be selective. Don't be selective, General Bakshi, because then I'm going to ask Meenakshi Lekhi a question that she'll be uncomfortable with. It's all right to take that line and say you want action against terrorists. You are worried that will be associated with action against a community. And it's all right for Rajnath Singh to say today we never politicized terror activities. Who attacked? I'm asking him, Meenakshi Lekhi, who attacked the ATS of acting in a politically and unprofessional manner on the Sadhvi Pragya issue? Who was on the back foot on Swami Asimanand? No, who said this is all a conspiracy against the BJP?
Allow me the answer.
You won't let me give more examples, I can give you more.
No. I can speak on each case. And I will speak on each case, and I think Congress will have a lot of answers.
Address the broader issue being raised
here. Because you are relating Sadhvi Pragya. No, I'm sorry. Allow me. Please allow me now. I will answer, and you have to give me the time. Malegaon blast, there was an investigation by the ATS Maharashtra, and ATS Maharashtra found certain people who were involved in terrorist activities. There are 167 statements, not one, not two, but 20 odd such statements. And post that, these people are getting convicted. The charge sheet has started, the process has started. All of a sudden, the matter is transferred to CBI. And CBI also comes to the same conclusion with little variation of adding 1 or 2 names. Even that becomes dissatisfactory. NIA, which was constituted for the purposes of taking care of 2611. Nothing happened in 2611. These cases are handed over. And 26.
Meenakshi, take my question.
I'm sorry. I'm taking your question.
I have a question.
I am taking your question and I'm answering you on every point.
No, you're not answering my question.
Exactly my point.
No, you're not answering
exactly my point.
In Manohar Parrikar case, in
I'm sorry, you're not letting me speak.
Clear politicization,
You're not letting
which we
me
need to cut down.
One sec.
I'm sorry, you allow me to answer.
Yeah, but just Abid Rasool 1 minute. Abid Rasool 1 minute.
This is unfortunate that you're not letting me speak. You're not letting me speak.
Abid Rasool, allow me. I want to ask a question.
I'm speaking about
but
ATS was controlled by a Congress-run government. CBI was controlled by a Congress-run government. In spite of that, you send it to NIA. I am not politicizing. And so far as Pakistan Samjhauta blast is concerned, you see, had you... Question is very simple.
No, you not understood my question, Meenakshi.
Allow me the answer. I have understood. No. I have understood. You're not understanding.
You're spinning my question.
By whom? That is my question.
No, my question is different,
Meenakshi. No. I am saying who. No, Samjhauta blast. CIA investigates the matter. There is a United Nations Security Council resolution against Pakistan. And why has Indian government taken a back seat?
Sure. We are asking the question. 1 minute. We are asking the question. 1 minute, Abid Rasool. The question is being asked here today. Why should the government of India not call off any talks with Pakistan till the Bhatkal brothers are handed over? Let's at least ask for it. We don't talk about the Bhatkal brothers. But Meenakshi, you didn't get my question.
Bhatkal, there are so many.
Meenakshi, you didn't get my question. My question is different. I want to get back to the entire panel. My question to Meenakshi Lekhi is this. If today the Congress party or a Congress party ally or even your current political favorite, the JDU for example, were to extend legal help to somebody facing terrorism charges, I can assure you, Meenakshi Lekhi, that you, personally, Meenakshi Lekhi would hold a press conference tomorrow and say this is unacceptable. I can assure you, you would. Right? But when the Shiv Sena, when the Shiv Sena extends legal help to the suspects in the Malegaon blast, you support it.
Listen, Malegaon blast cannot be compared. I have told
it's the principle.
No, please listen. Please listen.
Let's get everybody.
The principle is now allow me the answer. I'm sorry. How many investigations you can have of the same case? That is the question. Can you have ATS, can you have CBI, and can you have NIA, and nothing is arrived at? 5 years, the woman is inside the jail, and no charge sheet? Is this the law of the land?
Why does your sympathy flow in one case and not in another? Where is
I'll tell you, because it's miscarriage of justice. Had you produced documents, charge sheeted her, and convicted her, I would be fine with it. But you have no material to
How
file
does a lawyer like Meenakshi Lekhi...
So you continue prolonging it.
No, that's a question. And I'm asking that question. I think I've made a point there. I've made a point that where I started, every political party today, Subramanian Swamy will agree with me. Every political party has dabbled in politics on it.
I'm sorry. No. I have not dabbled in politics. So far as terrorism is concerned, my stand is very clear. Very. Me meaning BJP. We are very, very clear on terrorism. There is a judicial process. There is a process of investigation. You can't go on investigating a particular matter till eternity, till you have found the suspect who you want to convict. I'm sorry, that is not the process of law.
Meenakshi Lekhi, even the best of lawyers don't always have to be consistent. But even the worst of politicians will have to be consistent. This is the premise.
I think I'm very consistent. I am very consistent, and you're not picking up the point. The point is very simple. The point is, please investigate terrorism cases. Please convict the people and convict them right there and then. I have no problem. But you can't keep people inside jail only on suspicion for 5 years. No charge sheet. And third investigation.
Sure. Please pick up all the Ulfa cases also. Please pick up all the LTT cases also. Please pick up all the Indian Mujahideen cases also.
Up all cases.
Please pick up all the Huji cases also.
All cases.
You're not picking up all cases. You're not picking up all
I am picking up all the cases. I am picking up all the cases.
I want to go back.
My stand is very consistent.
I want to go back.
And you have Minority Commission interfering with NIA, coming up with something. And even today, the stand of Congress makes it so clear that it wants to divide people on community lines because
Abid Rasool is responding. Then I'm going back to the panel. Abid Rasool.
Yeah. Arnab, the classic case of politicization of terror is Sadhvi Ritambra. Then it is also Manohar Parrikar, the Chief Minister of Goa, and meeting the terrorists who have been convicted. It is a case where let me talk. It is a case where Uma Bharati, who goes to Indore and continuously meet people, and then she becomes the Vice President of the party. There is Amit Shah, who is convicted, who is accused in a case, and he is promoted as a General Secretary. And today your government appeals for, your government in Gujarat appeals for death penalty for Kodani, where so all this double speak is not possible. Let us be practical, Meenakshi ji. Let us be practical. The point here is you have been patronizing. You have double standards on this. You have been patronizing. You are. Let us all distance ourselves. Let us all distance ourselves from the terror. No, you are. The problem with you is you don't let others speak. You want everybody to listen to you.
79
Meenakshi ji, you want everybody to listen to you. You have no patience to listen to anyone. No, you have no patience to listen to anyone. You always want everybody to listen to you.
Have a chance to have that say.
General Bakshi, yes, General Bakshi.
False cases.
You know, Arnab, I'd like to state that what we are seeing today in this debate is a classic illustration of how our politicians cannot get their act together, cannot get to a bipartisan consensus when it comes to fighting a national security problem like terrorism.
Yeah.
You know, this whole business of equating it with a community started when Mr. Subramanian suggested that we attack the Pakistani camps in POK.
Please.
And that came the answer from our National Conference representative that you would be hitting your own people. How do you equate terrorists with your people? That is the central question. And I think
no, everybody in POK is not a terrorist. I think you should revise your point.
No, all cases
it's all right.
relating to terrorism.
General Bakshi, I have tremendous regard for you. You know I have tremendous and absolute regard for you. But all people in POK are not terrorists. That's point number one. Point number two, it's very nice to be hardline when you're on the other side.
No, who's talking about people?
No, I'm talking of attack on the terrorist camps.
Subramanian Swamy is responding.
We are talking about camps.
No, I am talking about our own people who are living there. I talked about my own people who are living there.
Yeah, but you attack the camps.
They are our
equated
own people.
With own people.
You can't bombard them. I am talking about my own people who are living across the line of actual control. They are Kashmiris. They belong to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. They are part and parcel of our
anybody
of our
who
state.
crossed over
when
for arms
I
trading
only said
and
that
came
you
back to
can't
fight
bombard
and
your
kill
own
is
people.
a terrorist.
They are our people. That's what I said.
If they are Kashmiris, then they better, if they are Kashmiris, let them be good citizens.
No, I'm not talking about the camps. No, he didn't talk about the camps. He talked about the people who are living there.
So he's clarifying now.
I did.
You can't bombard them.
No,
I am not talking about.
you are hard of hearing. You better get a hearing aid.
To raise costs for Pakistan.
Sir, this is all, Mr. Subramanian Swamy, I don't mean to just cross swords with you just like that, and I know many people are wary of, but I'd like to point out to you all this, what happened to all this fire and brimstone, and were there no terror camps in Pakistan when the NDA government was in power, when in POK, and with reference, one more, with reference to your own state, I have an example. One second, because you know, BJP, my argument was today of consistency. If I'm not mistaken, in the case of Nalini, in 2000, the Tamil Nadu government headed by Karunanidhi, which did business with the NDA, advised the governor to commute Nalini's death sentence and reject the mercy petition of others. You know it better, I'm just saying it for our viewers. In April 2000, the state government forwards it to the central government, right?
Yeah.
If the BJP is a strong government, a strong party, no, we are not a soft state, then why was the matter kept in abeyance for so long?
You're asking me.
No, I'm just raising it as an issue.
I was not part of the NDA at that time.
No, I know you, but I'm raising it as an issue.
I've been the one who has been fighting.
Sir,
I've been fighting. I've gone to court to stop Nalini from being released.
But you are a BJP ally.
My correspondence with Advani at that time, not to allow any mercy for Nalini.
But Subramanian Swamy is now with the NDA, which is a BJP ally, and therefore my question to you is to analyze what I feel is the inconsistency of the BJP reflected in its attitude towards the Nalini petition in the period that it was in power.
Well, I can't be responsible for what happened then when I was not around. Let it happen today. Then you ask me.
Vicky Nanjappa, I want to now come back to this. Vicky Nanjappa, without a doubt, what is proven.
Arnab, I have a point to make.
No, I come to you, Meenakshi. You see, I'll just come to you, Meenakshi. The point is that all political parties forever will politicize terror. Right? As of now, what is the coordinated action? Let's talk at a global level. We get very concerned when things happen in Boston. What happened in Bangalore is no less serious than what happened in Boston. What is the action that will put fear in the minds of these groups, which we can do?
Exactly.
What has to be done is a fair investigation. I don't think either the NIA, CBI, or even the local police, should investigate as per what any of these politicians tell them, and it shouldn't be a stage-managed investigation. That's point number one. Second thing is, a proper due process of law ought to be followed. There is going to be heartburn, no doubt, when there are errors, but make correct errors. Don't make errors because media is putting a lot of pressure on you or the politicians are putting a lot of pressure. Correct errors, a quick charge sheet, fair trial, and a very speedy conviction. If this is done, then there is going to be a fear. There's been a lot of complaint in the agencies with a lot of officers that I speak to is that, even they start losing a lot of interest. Even they start losing a lot of interest in investigation when there are, these delaying tactics due to, a lot of political consideration. They also lose interest. They put up a lackluster charge sheet. These terrorists are very aware of it. Our country faces this problem. We are very, very slow in putting up charge sheets and extremely slow in convicting
here's
terrorists.
A choice.
And this works like a charm, like a boon for them.
This is a bureaucratic solution. We need to attack the masters. We must go after the masters who are training these people, not catching hold of these people who are ready to die.
The masters of the Indian Mujahideen, if it is the Indian Mujahideen are in Pakistan, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Arnab, can I come in here, please?
Absolutely. Pakistan is the state.
Arnab, you have to give me a minute.
Mr. Gujral is coming in. Mr. Gujral, 1 minute. We are now looking at responses and the way we can go in for a forceful response if we don't want to risk another attack. Mr. Gujral.
Arnab, the greatest act of terror was perpetuated by the Congress Party in 1984 when they physically led, their leaders were leading, the mobs were led by them, and they physically massacred 7,000 innocent people. And now it's 29 years and they're still shielding their leaders.
Your facts are wrong. Nowhere the Congress party has been involved in that.
Sure.
Everybody knows the Congress party was leading. Everybody knows Sajjan Kumar. Everybody knows Titler. What are you talking about? Everybody knows SKL Bhagat. Everybody knows Dharamdas Shastri. And the Prime Minister of the day for 3 days did not call the army out. 7,000 people were being massacred.
Own stand on Bullar is very inconsistent. You have been 3 years back saying he should be hanged. Today you are going back.
Why did Bullar do it? Why has Bullar done it?
Don't go into the root causes of this. Don't justify Bullar. Don't use the opportunity to justify Bullar, Mr. Gujral. Mr. Gujral, Mr. Gujral. No, 1 second. Abid Rasool, 1 minute. Abid Rasool, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Sweeping remarks on our party.
No, don't link Bullar to 84.
The guilty are sitting in their parliamentary board.
Mr. Gujral, this is a dangerous argument. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to come in right now. You link Bullard to 84. 1 minute, sir.
Punishment should be given to Bullard.
You link Bullard.
I am not saying no punishment should be given. But I am saying you cannot ignore the fact that nobody has been punished. No leader has been punished for the last 29 years.
Sir, separate justice for a riot and a genocide from justice and action on terror. If you don't do that, then
what is terror? This is not terror.
Is Bullard not terror?
It was state-sponsored terror.
Rajwana is not terror.
And same thing.
Just because the BJP has given you a long rope on the case.
I say it was. I say it was. I am not saying it was not. But why are you singling out one man and when 7,000 people are killed and nobody is punished and you ignore that?
Nobody is singling out one man. And a terrorist has no caste, no color, no religion, no state, and hopefully no political party support. The line you take when it comes to other cases. On that note, I am utterly short of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am short of time. I'm short of time, Meenakshi. I'm short of time, Aslam Goni.
One quick word. Let me just put one line across to Mr. Abid Rasool on 1980 riot in Muradabad on Eid day when Congress government, VP government was in power. What does he have to say when Muslim massacre happened on Eid?
You can't justify an act of terror through another act of terror. You cannot justify a genocide through a genocide or a riot through a riot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.